Hey guys, and welcome back to the Homestead. If you're a new viewer, welcome for the first time to the Huckleberry Hideaway Homestead. This channel is just kind of about two amateurs, me and my husband Jordan, making our dreams become a reality of having a mountain homestead. So if you are watching us for the first time, go back and watch our first video about us buying this land, and then you can kind of see where we were at the beginning and where we are now. So for those of you who have been following along with us all along, in the last video we had to clear out the garage for the insulation, and we had all those carts, and we came up with the genius idea to roll them out on plywood, and which worked very nicely. It did. But because the insulation crew couldn't come, we all know that story if you've been following along, we had to wait a few days, which, by the way, the inspector did come yesterday. We've passed electrical and plumbing, woohoo. So insulation, we're back on their schedule, and they're coming this Wednesday, so we are pumped. But anyway, in the meantime, all of our stuff has been outside, and it hasn't been raining, so that's why we've left it out here. But it has been very windy. And our genius idea took a turn for the worse today. This thing like literally just totally fell apart, this shelf. Look at this one's like all twisted up. All the nails and screws went everywhere. And luckily nothing really broke. So like all those lights. So that's what I'm going to be doing now. I'm going to be cleaning all this up. And Jordan is over here. He's starting to cut the Tyvek out of the windows.
Howdy.
And then he's putting this frame. You can see there's a frame around the window. So, why do we have to do that?
Because...
And they kind of know the rough story, but just to remind us why we have to.
I gotta even this out for metal because of that. This board's running underneath that flashing, so I gotta pull a flashing out. And then run nailers all the way down on the outside here. Super fun.
Yeah. So that's what we're up to. Hey guys, Spray Foam is here today. We have run into another snafu, of course. They were gonna start up here. You can see they did begin, but because of our Tyvek situation, it was pulling off. It was kind of too loose, so the foam wasn't sticking very well. It was sliding, Jordan.
No, just pulling the Tyvek away.
Oh, it was just pulling it away. So we're just cutting some holes and taping it to that metal underneath. So yeah, that's what Jordan and I are doing really quick. They moved to the garage area, so that's what they're doing right now. Good morning. It is a good morning, and you want to know why? Check it out.
Oh.
Yeah, we are all insulated down here, so we are pumped. We're gonna start moving some of our stuff back in to the garage. Look at, got the garage door. We're pretty excited about it.
Yeah, it's crazy too. There's some squeaks in the floor upstairs, like as we were working yesterday on stuff, and then as it's foaming in, it's just like, now it's just like rock solid up there. It's cool. This stuff is like, it's hard. So it's a closed cell foam, but what's kind of neat about it, as opposed to other insulation, is it's insulation, extremely high R value. It's sound insulation. It's actually structural, so it's like, it's pretty cool, kind of a triple whammy that you get with it. But I mean, this building is just way more solid. I mean, it's crazy to think back from when we first bought this place, what this building was. I mean, you could literally stand, when you're walking upstairs, it would all kind of rattle and shake. You could stand downstairs, even as the process kind of went along, and move the building. And then every stage it was like framing, that helped, you know, a little bit. OSB, that helped quite a bit. Just all these little things. And now this is just like locked everything in and it's good to go. So pretty sweet. Pretty happy with how this turned out.
They're gonna start upstairs today. This morning is a little chilly. Obviously I have my puffy jacket on and their equipment needs to warm up a little bit before they get started. And luckily, so yesterday you saw Jordan and I had to kind of cut some of that Tyvek and tape it so it doesn't like pull down, just so we get the full few inches of insulation. So I'll kind of show you what that looked like after we got it done. We got up early this morning to finish it. Yeah, so you can kind of see we just had to cut some openings so we could like tape it to the metal, and then hopefully when we eventually redo the roof, the old roof will come off okay and we will not lose our insulation. So that's the hope.
Yep. Kind of a pain to do it this way, but it was kind of, our two options is this.
Cut it all out.
Well, even before like the Tyvek is done, was do we try to re-roof, or we just didn't have the budget or time for that, unfortunately. But this will give us sort of the best option, which will lock our insulation in, and then when we re-roof someday, we can sheathe the roof, Tyvek the roof, and then new metal. So there will be a little bit up in these eaves that's foamed all the way up, but we'll be able to cut that foam, you know, if we re-roof someday.
So woohoo! Next, after we get insulation up here, is putting in the windows and doors, calling electrician and then plumber to just do the final finishing steps, and we get to move in.
Yep.
We decided, oh, I don't think we told you guys, we decided to wait on the drywall. We got an estimate back from one crew that could do it like pretty quickly for us, but because they're like, I think they've got like some really good experience and they've got a big crew, so they're a little bit more costly, and we don't have the budget for it. So we're gonna wait and stick it out. And then there was another guy who's just like a single guy who came out, and he was so kind and so nice. And because he's just himself, he's a little bit more affordable. He just couldn't fit us in on his schedule before the winter. So we'll probably have him come back next spring. So that's our plan for that. So yeah, we'll have just insulated walls. Those will be kind of bare, and I don't know, maybe this winter we might do some hanging ourselves. I don't know, we'll see where it goes. But yay, insulation is in downstairs and we'll be in upstairs today, and we will keep you guys posted. Good morning. Actually, it's almost afternoon. So today my main goal is to clean up the upstairs apartment, and just kind of sweep the floors, shove back it a little bit, because after the insulation there's like kind of this little pieces of insulation everywhere. And then I'm going to be moving stuff from the cabin up there, just to kind of move some stuff around. I really need to clean the cabin out. It's been chock full, and it's just like, honestly, it's just stressing me out because I have to work in there, and I barely have space to like scoot my chair out. So I am really wanting to get some stuff cleared out of the cabin and clean it as well, because it's been so dusty and stuff. So I'm going to be doing that today. And then this morning I finally got around to preserving, or kind of getting some peaches ready to go into the freezer. Jordan's sister came up a few weeks ago and gave us a bunch of peaches from their peach tree. They live in Utah, so they are blessed with having they get to grow peaches. So that's what I did this morning, and now it's time to go and clean. While I'm cleaning, what are you going to be doing today?
Hopefully finish at least a couple windows down here, and I need to pull the flashing, get a nailer on the other side of the
What do you mean nailer?
that OSB strip up there. Just a nailer, like these, something to nail through. So kind of wanted to get a couple windows in as well, but game plan this week, today's my Friday, but this weekend I guess, is I'm going to try to get the 4 windows in down here. There's 1 window upstairs, 1 door upstairs, and then finish that nailer on the other side, so that we can get our metal estimate, measurements, all that going. So that's kind of game plan for the week. And Megan's going to be upstairs cleaning after the foam stuff upstairs. So moving along, we're kind of at a standstill in some sense, not for what we can do, but for getting in here, because electricians are out again for almost 3 weeks.
Yeah, October 25th.
So that kind of stinks. But on the plus side, we got time. I mean, we're ready for them anytime, but we've also got plenty of projects to work on. So
We're also kind of nervous that now because the electrician has to come, and then our plumber has to come back. So electrician probably come that last week of October, and then the plumber come the next week. So we aren't going to be able to get moved in till early November. There's definitely going to be snow on the ground by then. So we're a little bit nervous. We told the electricians, we're like, look, we're living in the camper, right? Like, if there's any cancellations, please come. Because, what they have to do, it won't take very long. So, yeah, we kind of thought, they knew how quickly we were going to be ready for them. And so, I don't know, I guess just kind of disappointed. We were surprised that it was going to be that long, that far out. So, but more following subcontractors' schedules, so that's how it goes.
super fun. So yeah, I got this window opening flash taped ready. This one's not quite there, but you can kind of see. So for the steel to be in line with all the flashing and the roof and everything, on this side and that side I had to do these nailers. The OSB is up there because that's making it even with these. There's OSB behind this.
I've told them all this before.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then, so flashed the entirety of this little extra frame here, just so that we don't get water penetration. And now I need to just do a little bit more flashing, because I had to kind of trim out a little extra for these windows to fit nice and tight. And a little bit of flashing here and on the sides, a little bit on the top, and then kind of pop the window in, get it set, and foam it in, a couple screws probably, and that'll be that. So these aren't too bad.
So let's get started.
Nice. Megan just killed a squirrel. bloodthirsty. She's kind of the varmint slayer up here. You a varmint slayer?
Oh. What you get when you try to build nests in our residence?
Probably ball. He's just
Hopefully that's so you guys know that squirrel that I just killed. We've had actually a couple squirrels. Well, you guys already know they had taken over that bathhouse, which we called the Squirrel Kingdom. But we still can't keep them out of there. And then now they're like going in the top of our roof of the actual cabin, like on the outside, and building a nest in there. So that's why I had to take them out.
alright, that window's flashed. I sort of just popped it in. Making sure it's level. Looking pretty good. Just need to throw a couple screws in and she'll be in. I'll show you the inside. I got this one all done. Just needs to be foamed, sealed. Here's the one I did. So since these aren't flanged windows, what I did is I pilot holed, just ran a couple of screws on each side, not on the top or bottom, but just there to sort of keep that good. So look at that, a winder. Just needs a little sealant around on the outside, some foam maybe on the inside here, and it's good to go. Here's this guy. Pretty good, I would say. Oops. So, do the same thing here. Since I got it leveled and jammed in. Looking good. You guys get the first look at the new windows. That's pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. So, I just flashed this window. I'll show you real quick what I did. So I flashed this window, got the flashing tape all the way around, and I'm just working on putting that drip cap in, and then I'm gonna run another piece of tape over it, and then the Tyvek, and so that's kind of the game plan there. So keep an eye out. I'll set you on this rock. We can see, just driving a couple finish nails in. Hold this. The drip cap is, So, part of the waterproofing system, for those of you who are interested in this, it's basically you got your opening and this water, you got your Tyvek here. So what I'm doing is cutting a little piece of Tyvek out of the way here and then running flashing tape from the edge of the rough opening across onto the Tyvek, and it's sealing the rough opening, the OSB sheathing underneath, and the Tyvek. But if water got behind the Tyvek, it wouldn't be able to get through in this way. Same sort of system all the way around. The drip cap is so if water does get behind the Tyvek, hit the flashing, it somehow got behind, but then that would divert it around. If it got behind the siding, you've got it hitting the Tyvek and then dripping out. So, yeah, kind of what I'm doing now. I just need to run another piece of flashing tape across, and then I'm going to tape this piece of Tyvek down, and then put the window in. Hopefully I have enough time. Hopefully I have enough tape. Oh no! Oh, just shy. Use that somewhere. Got another roll, so I think I may end up needing another roll because I got to flash. I'm going to flash these doors that we're already in and some of that. Well, anyway, I'll check back with you in a minute. So this window is ready to go in, and then need to do some sealing on these windows as well. Different than the other window we put in. That one had a nailing flange, like you saw, that rib that kind of goes around. These don't. These technically probably aren't designed for this way. I'm putting them in. They're a replacement window to go into a frame, but they were the right price, which is free. Let's see, we're doing all this to the left. The last step, once I have this screwed in like the other ones, and the other one, is to seal, and I'll probably just run a bead of sealant all the way around and do some foam or some sealant on the inside.
I've had my heart broken in two,
Got flush with that level
but something's different next to
do
you.
the bottom and then the top.
It's like my soul is set on fire.
I can't reach the top, but probably as tall as I can go.
Wanna grab the ladder?
'Cause I can run,
Where?
but I can't hide the feelings that I know I can't keep bottled up inside. And all I wanna know is, are you ready for the ride? What have I been waiting for? Oh, I can run, but I can't hide the feelings that I know.
Awesome. Wonder Alrighty, it's the next day, so last night I kind of finished cleaning up in the cabin. I'll show you what I did. And I didn't really show you guys it before, just because honestly it was really embarrassing because it was so full. Like, there was this tiny little aisle right here that I could get to the fridge, and that chair right there, that's as far out as it could go. Everything else was blocked. It was all full. So some of it was like bins of things, some of Jordan's like ammo cases and stuff, and so I just moved some stuff, put some stuff up in our storage up here, and then moved our bins of clothes actually upstairs in the apartment. Now that's kind of insulated, and we're gonna get the window and hopefully the door in today, so that will be all sealed off. Plus it's in bins anyway, so the stuff in there will be okay. And then today I'm gonna finish up by getting this stuff kind of cleared out. This is something that I'm gonna be someday, I don't know when, but I'm gonna be transforming this vanity or kind of dresser into a sink is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put a sink in there, and then because these drawers on the inside, they're kind of all, this is probably gonna come out anyway, but we'll keep this front and I'll kind of redo it, I don't know, resand and stain it probably, and then have a nice sink in there. That probably will be for like our long-term home. So because I'm not going to be doing this for a while, I'm going to put this in the storage, maybe like in the old bathhouse, Squirrel Kingdom. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to be doing, and then moving to those suitcases because they're empty. I'm still living out of that one. But yeah, this is kind of what I was doing yesterday, and hopefully I'll get to finish up clearing up the space. I got to vacuum. Oh my gosh, it was so nice. And it's so nice to like actually have access to that door now. So much better. I don't know if any of you out there are like cleaners where you like things to be like clean. I can deal with messy for a little while, but it like gets to me. Like I get like stressed out, and I'm just like last week I could not work in here. It stressed me out so much. Thank goodness we had some pretty nice weather. I worked outside on our picnic table a lot of the week, and then there was a couple days where I even went into the office because I just couldn't do it in here. So yeah, that's kind of what I did yesterday. A lot more livable now, because some of our space up there is finally opening up where we can move some of our things. So that's awesome. Jordan and I today are also going to finish getting the last window in on the garage, and then the window upstairs, like the back window that's in the bathroom, and then hopefully that door. So kind of see what Jordan's up to. Here he is. Yesterday, I think after our camera died, we just put sealant around the windows. So Jordan's just putting the flashing up around here so he can put the window in. And last night, on the inside, was stuffing some foam, like to keep, seal it in the edge between the window and the frame part on the inside. So kind of like in there. So we're almost sealed in on the bottom for sure. Hopefully we can get there on the top today. Still got to take the plastic off the outside, but we're going to seal it up before we do that because that sealant stuff is nasty. Look at those colors out there. Alright, we're just going to go ahead and get it sealed up, and as well as the one downstairs. We need to seal it too.
Howdy. I neglected to video this I'm not entirely sure why. I just was in a rush today, running around. Didn't get a ton done today, but was getting my trailer fixed and picking up some concrete. And we had the assessor come out this morning, so it's been kind of not a super great work day. But something's got to get done. But it's our lock set for the front door. So I did get this in today. Pretty sweet. Hope you guys liked that video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Smash that like button and stay tuned for some bright projects in our future.